Sorry, sir, I can't hear you. I can see the screen, but I can't hear you.
You should be able to hear me now.
I can hear you now.
And are you still able to see my screen?
No.
Can you
Now
see
I
my
can.
screen?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So this song is called as Bethlehemu Raatrilo. Okay, it literally translates to the night of Bethlehem.
Yeah.
So first thing, if you notice here, if you notice, you'll see this trumpet tracks.
Yeah.
Okay, so these trumpet tracks, I don't know if you're able to hear the play of it. Okay, let me see if you're able to hear it.
No.
Can you hear this? No, right?
No.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so the first thing that I do is, as soon as Sujal wrote the lyric and he gave it to me, the first thing that I did was I started working. Let me just even remove the voice isolation because I want you to hear what I did. Okay, so what was the chord that you did? Can you hear this?
Yeah, I can hear.
So we started with a minor song, okay, and this is Susan's was a major song. Susan's is a C major song. You know, okay, so that is the major feel kind of a thing. This is more about it was penned by Sujal's mother, so she went deep actually. She didn't just write a peripheral Christmas song which is like, hey, let's say some jinglala. No, she actually took time and she composed it.
The lyrics was
So
actually very fitting
lyrics,
so well together.
yes, lyrics are pretty good.
Yeah.
And yeah, so what I first do is, first thing is I'll work on the composition, and the composition has to be simple. See, usually what happens, but it has to have very important delicate changes, but a simplistic tune overall. Okay. What do I mean by see this? La 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 la. La 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 la. And then I'm not saying it's my chord, it's my signature sixth chord, okay. And then I love the sound how this brings. It's like so rich. Nakshatradu mirtu la ra 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 na 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 na. Now that mild change that I wanted. Oh yeah, that lady's sound comes exactly at the time, you know. So first thing is this tune melody. First thing is I arrange it. I first set it up. I set this up. Once I do it, the next thing that is very important for me is the chord work behind it. Okay, if you see, I've highlighted this for you. You see this
Yeah.
classic electric piano. It's my favorite. It's actually, piano tone is not my favorite, but this electric piano. Okay, you get something like this. Can you hear this? I just love it. It has got that faint reverb in it. And the best part is, I'll tell you this. See, when you're doing a solo performance on you need the piano. The piano will demand your attention. The electric piano doesn't do that. The electric piano is always seeking to support the singer. Singer is always, electric piano says, listen, I'll just stay back, I'll come as and when I'm needed, you keep singing. So that's what is an electric piano for me. Okay, nakshatralu merustu. Can you hear the bass part of this? See this. So I do this basic fundamental arrangement. So this is that basic fundamental arrangement. Okay, that is the classic electric. The chords are set. Okay,
Kind of like
once
the
the chord, tell
first
me.
layer of it.
That's the first layer. First layer is the melody line. Melody line is done. Then the supporting structure is your chord structure. Chords have to be set. Once the chords are set, then I asked Sujal to actually write two more stanzas. So if you notice, can you see this? There is one, there is two, and there is three. I
Yeah.
actually planned for three verses. And the idea was I wanted the third verse to be written by another kid. And I wanted that to be in Tamil.
Okay.
That is why post the two verses, if you listen, there is the mridangam which is coming in, mridangam and tabla which are actually coming in. So those, I wanted him to literally, when I visualized it, I wanted him to literally dress up in a Tamil white pattu chokka and dhoti. I wanted him to dress up like that. See, the thing is, I picturize it. And when I picturize this, I picturize. See, the thing is the story behind Joseph and Mary. So most of them have conflicting theories about the age gap between Joseph and Mary. All right, but then if you study actual Jewish traditions, about 2,000 years ago, they got married very young. So Joseph was practically 16-year-old kid. Mary was a pregnant 14-year-old girl. These guys and these both are actually going from one place to another because there is a danger for the child. So an angel had warned. At least I would have expected God to send that angel with a sword and said, protect me from the angel. But no, here the angel is saying, you go somewhere. So this guy and a donkey and his wife, that's it. And these kids, they're actually kids, technically in our language, 16-year-old is a kid, and they're a couple, they're parents, and they're knocking on the door of every house, and in every house, no room here, go away. My wife is pregnant, go away. She's with child, she's under labor. She might give birth anytime. Go away. So what I visualized was two kids, two small children. I visualized dressed up in Jewish clothes, and small kids, and these kids are just walking across door to door, knocking. It was, for me, it was that emotional picture that. So I designed the music in that way. So it was like, you get constant rejection after rejection after rejection, but there's one place where finally, and even it wasn't a house, it was just see, they call it a manger, or it is the open or a vacant space. So the only welcoming parties, if you let your imagination wild, there is nothing biblically sound about it, but if you let your imagination wild, it is just the cows and the goats or whatever it was. And finally the shepherds turn up, the wise men turn up. It is all that, but it's a very it's actually sad if you come to think about it. That needed to be captivated here. It is that evening of that's why you have the idea. It's not that Jesus Christ was born on December 25th. No. As per Jewish traditions, he was I think it was in January 8th or something like that. But since it matched the solstice, the winter solstice, I believe, which is also the world's meditation day. If you notice, on Sunday we had the world's meditation day. It's the welcoming of the winter solstice. So they matched it. The Roman Catholic Church matched it with that and said, let it be the birth of Christ. It's the first ray of sunshine or something like that, or the first chiguru. They say, the first leaf which comes out post the winter solstice or something like that. Something like that. There's a logic. This emotion had to be captured. So first thing, and then next thing was the beat. So I don't use all these beats, all these percussions that you see. I don't use it at one go. Initially, I just give it a layer of a simple beat, Like if you notice, this Anders is there, no? It's a simple beat. So in a DAW, this is like a digital audio workstation. You have something called loops. So it will, if you give it one beat, no, like all drums, if you select one all drums, and if you keep running it, it'll keep running. It'll give you as per the number of bars. So then I set the beat, and most importantly, the bass. Is the bass. Okay, so it's the bass which you hear like boom. Okay, let's see if it actually. Na 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 na. So it's that bass note, separate bass note. You need to have a layer of it. So these four parts are actually sufficient. The drum beat, the melody line, the drum beat, the bass, and the chord work. These four are actually sufficient if you want to run a live performance. Okay, but then when you come to producing a song, this is called as music arrangement. Okay, arrangement and production of it. So how do you then you go for the small things. Next comes the intro part. So if you notice that he's a kid at the same time. Sujal is a kid. So Sujal is a kid. So we have to think from a kid's perspective. But at the same time, it's an intro. It's an intro, and it has to. For me, the intro is more like it's like a door. The door and the house are not the same. Door is different. The house is different. Materials are different. Construction is different. The shape is different. Everything is different. The door is different. But so the intro has to be different, and the song has to be in a different style. Is what I feel, and that's how I do it. So if you notice this section or this entire section, no, this first I think about 8 bars, 8 to 9 bars is completely set apart for the intro part of it. So intro is extensively invested here, and then I use something called as mallets. If on your keyboard, if you search for vibraphone, then one more thing is there, vibraphone, and then marimba or malimba, and these are all under the category of mallets. They all have this. Sound. Bhargav.
I was there since 10 minutes.
Okay. Hi, Bhargav. So this is good morning. So this is called as, this all falls under the category of mallets. Okay. So I don't know if you know this song, if you know this movie Manmaduru, Nagarjuna was the hero in it. And then there is this song called as Ooh Baby Give Me Love.
Yeah.
Ooh baby. It actually starts with this. See this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, baby, just give me love. Ooh, baby, I want it now. This is Devashri Prasad's signature vocal comes, and then suddenly it starts. And it suddenly starts with a bang there. Okay, so he gives a very mellow intro. If you notice, the door is different, the house is different. And so that's what I wanted to do. So everything is different, and then suddenly these mallets come, not millets, and then all these different layer of tracks are actually adding on. We don't add all the music at one go. We start layering these mallets. See, these two are coming first, and these are panned to the left and to the right. And then if you notice, another layer of the mallets is coming, but it's coming later. And this is also coming after this. So this is coming here, this is coming here, and then slow. So this created a basic structure. And then post that, it's a matter of you using the right instruments. In some places, a small little choir comes. And then strings are so important. Okay. For me personally, strings are very important. And this is actually strings. It's actually nothing but, in simple words, it's almost like it's trying to mimic at least 20, 50 violins, at least 20 to 15 violins it is being mimicked. That is basically called as strings. It's called as a string section. So, Adilochi Kati, and if you notice, Chikati, na 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 na. Na 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 na, and now the strings comes. Okay, very slightly. So it's like suspended trill, it is called. It's like literally they're doing this. They're just doing this literally. It's just they're holding one note, and that one note literally, they're playing it like that, but it's sounding so nicely because there are so many violins being played. That's the suspended strings sensation. Parallel to that, I have introduced what is this called as the. I did one more thing. Where was that? Where is it? Yes, it's called as the organ. The organ. You will actually hear this small instrument suddenly coming from somewhere. Parallelly, it comes, in order to somewhat justify the mid sections of the strings. The strings are more well balanced actually, but the organ actually demands your attention. So it actually gives a very good balance there, and and so that's it. And then finally, the most important thing that we need to understand is when the beat has to come. There has to be a rhythm section going on. Parallel to that, you should know when and all to introduce a percussion. Like percussions means the bongos, your congos, everything, your tablas, anything that you can tap and you can play. Actually, a piano is a mix of both a percussion and a string instrument. Why? Because there are strings in the proper acoustic piano. There is a string in the background, but that string is being hit by a hammer. Therefore, it is a percussion instrument. So it's a cusp of both. Okay. So yeah, that's why you see this good point conga. A lot of congos are there. So then you have the interludes. The interludes are very important. Interludes carry from, it's like journeying through. Once you enter into the house, it's like, okay, you're journeying through the hall to the one room and things like that. So these are smaller doors, but they are now part of the structure. So interludes, and then slight change in beat here when it comes to, so it gives that, okay, so there is something called as there is a compression factor. What is the compression factor? I wanted to tell you, but there's a technical word for it. It's not striking me. I'm not able to remember that. Basically, if you notice, a lot of these hit songs have something like, it's like that pulsating, but it's more like that compression has been so carefully manipulated that it gives a louder effect, and then it's like a heartbeat effect. There's a punch, and then there's an immediate relaxation. It has this sort of captivating effect on the listener, to the point it is used in majority of the hit songs. Majority of the hit songs use this. So compression was very important. So I used a beat which was actually mimicking that level of that mix. Okay. So I used that beat here. So then the second verse starts. When the second verse starts, we sort of start off with the beat. We sort of start with that beat. Till the time, it's a different sort of beat and all, like that's the kind of beat that is there and all that stuff. And third verse was the idea. The idea was Third was, I wanted these two singers to keep singing. I wanted to shoot them in nature. How I wanted to shoot Sujal, I actually couldn't shoot. Because there was a beautiful field. Okay, the field had amazing. It's like think about it, it's like a 1 acre land of green field. But what happened is when we were traveling in that same direction on Sunday, I noticed that entire field has been dried out or it's been burnt. And
Okay.
completely it's been, so the field is gone, that entire green space is gone, but the eucalyptus trees are still there. So silently I thought, don't miss this chance. Better be quiet and don't look for other fields. And also you don't know if inside a field there's a snake or something like that. Anywhere it'll be, but still.
Yeah.
So I wanted Sujal to actually shoot like that, and then Jerry, who was supposed to write the Tamil lyrics, I wanted him to write the Tamil lyrics. He would have had a different locale, and I wanted two kids actually dressed up in Christmas clothes, not Christmas clothes, like a Jewish clothes, knocking at every door and every person saying, no, there's no place for you here, go away. And then so once he comes, this tabla comes, this dolak comes, and the mix of both comes here, the eternity kick beat and the drum comes again here. And so this is the arrangement part. Okay, so first step is the basic composition part, is where you have your melody line, a basic beat, a basic bass track, and a chords track. Post that, you're adding so many layers of, this is literally a cinematic arrangement. It's not a basic arrangement. So see how many tracks are there.
Yeah, I see it. This is like the way
It's
that
a
you
complete,
transfer your vision into this whole music track. This is like very genius. I can see what you're saying. Like I can see it in the music of what your vision is like you're talking about.
Okay, you are
and
using
then
Soundforce or which application you are using?
what this software is GarageBand. It's inbuilt in all Macs.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
now
learned in
ah,
an application called Soundforce.
mm, mm, mm.
That usually we used to do all the sound editing in Soundforce. We import, we edit everything, increasing the levels, fade in, fade out. Everything will be done in that application. Later we will make it as a single track and we will put that in Premiere Pro or Combustion, two applications. We used to put in that and we used to edit.
Nice, actually, nice. So this one, now comes the next part. So composition is over, arrangement is over, post arrangement, what is the next step? It is the mixing part. Okay, the mixing is basically to see, when you have a house, each room will have a different flavor of a paint. Every room will not have the same thing, because you wanted a different theme to it. A bedroom should have a different tone. Hall should have more brightness. Bedroom should be more mellow so that you go to sleep quickly. And all. So kitchen will have a different vibrancy, etc., etc. The paint is different. Think of the mix like that. Okay, a mix is, if you notice these different colors, like from bass to mids to the highs, which instrument is actually commanding or demanding which space or square feet in the song. Okay, that's what is a mixing means. So, and that has to be done. And to be honest, that is to be done by a trained, experienced mixing artist. And it is usually done by the one who is also composed, and I have no clue about it. So I took the help of ChatGPT. So I sent every track and I said, help me with the mix levels of it, and it helped me. It did a brilliant work. If the mix is sounding good, ChatGPT. I never thought I could actually do this, because for the first time, and I was so satisfied by how it happened on Sunday. See, Sunday they came for audio recording, and I have been recording with GarageBand, iPad so far, and this is a Mac OS, and this has a different setup. And for me to, and even after Sujal recorded also, I had like 10% doubt. I don't think the recording happened properly. And mentally I was like, you know what? I'll just give up on the song. We've done 10 songs this year. I think that's a huge creative demand. And but After ChatGPT, what ChatGPT did was simple, and it explained to me in simple terms. Reduce all the instruments so the vocal comes out. Simple. And then one issue that I was facing was, in either case, each time the string section was coming and this organ was coming, these two were dominating the vocals and the vocals was getting muffled. And I explained that, and I said that I'm not able to still hear the vocals. ChatGPT gave such a good solution, and it took me to a particular frequency between 2500 and 2500 and 4K. And it said reduce the frequencies at this point and reduce the overall decibel count. That's it, fixed. That was the final nail. It was done, and then the mix was done. Then again, after mixing, you have the next component, which is mastering. Again, I'm not trained in this. So I simply applied emaster.com, which I have a subscription for. I uploaded the complete mixed track, and the track that I heard was every instrument was clearly audible. And that is, and it was loud enough. So it should be loud, but it shouldn't give you a headache. Yes. So there's a lot of work that goes behind composition of a track. Lot of work actually goes behind composition and arrangement. The mixing, anyone can do, anyone with experience, trained experience can do it. And that is why certain people are paid so high. Actually, it's a highly paid job. The arrangement and this, anyone can, with a good software, can actually do it. Arrangement and some good sense in music. You need to have proper sense. Which instrument logs in when, and which comes when, and which leaves when. So this is the music. This is a lot of work.
Yeah,
a lot of work.
How to genius work.
Yeah. So when you know how to use and all this, which one to come when, if you know that, and then you start applying, X, Y, Z axis. One has to be sounding in the right, left, and the other has to go a little back. There's apparently that when my professor was explaining that long time back, he and I both are into music. He's a bioinformatics HOD, but I was a student. Still, we are very much in contact. Like literally, we are like brothers. And so he was explaining once. Teja, there's not only X and Y axis, there's also the Z axis, which actually comes forward. The thumping effect is actually coming forward. Still now I haven't understood what is it. So I've handed over, after AI has come, certain things have become easy. So yes, for example, it was very surprising for Susan's song. I told Susan, why don't you use an AI this time for your third song, and how it is. And it generated. It did the arrangement. It just needed some keywords from you, and it generated a brilliant work. So AI is doing its magic. It is coming to free mankind of various work titles, so that man can do what he's doing best.
Making the life simpler.
What? Making life simpler. Absolutely. So yes. So this class, she didn't join today. I don't know. I think she's gone for Christmas celebrations. No, somewhere up in the hills or somewhere she's. So this class is the last class for the year. And we are resuming on January 5th, which is the first Monday of next year. So I wanted to basically ask the question, how is your experience? What has been your experience been? What have you learned? What were the songs that you learned? In this song, what challenges you felt? And what is it? The overall experience, I just wanted to hear from you guys. This class, this whole day is actually set apart for all the classes. Except for one class which we recently started, and they're small little children. And if we allow them to speak, the class itself is called Pandas Club. So yeah, so now you understand what happens in the class. So it's just bunch of kids who are behaving like pandas, little by little of practice, and that's it. They'll run away. So yeah, so you tell me your experience, Shilpa. Wait, Shilpa is frozen. She's not even here in the class.
I'm here, but I don't know why the video is not working.
You can turn off your video and you can turn it on.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Okay.
Yeah, Shilpa, go ahead.
What can I say? I mean, I'm as I mean, towards the end, the last few pieces, I think Jingle Bells and which was that Sound of Music. Yeah, those were I mean, much basic and much simpler. So I think it, it kind of like was a reduction in my from what I started, right? Like initially with the much more complicated like DuckTales and Alan Walker or even Interstellar and all that. I mean, which I learned little with this thing. But I mean, if you really look at it, it was a shift in my mindset in terms of you know, enjoying it, making it simpler and slower, and being more mindful and more zen. Like I mean, I began to feel that more. Slowing down and looking at simple things with new eyes and making it more foundational and more elementary, like going to a beginner's mindset and humbling myself in front of the music. I mean, that's the experience, and now I'm looking at each bar and feeling like can I slow it down even more, and can I make it as basic, go back to the basics kind of a feeling than trying to do something flashy or complicated, or looking down at anything as, oh, this is too simple, or this is too not worth my time, or something like that. I mean, I'm not thinking like that, and I'm happy with that. I was able to follow that advice what people give, right? That nothing is too basic or simple, and you can still slow down and actually uh, like you're in the long game. So slowing down is so hard to do, and doing little is really hard to do, as they say, like intensity, like it's so hard to just keep playing at a very low intensity and keep doing it. That restraint is so hard for people. I've seen that, like around me also. But actually able to do that, like really slow down and do it slowly. And that feels like an accomplishment for me, that I've actually, you know, got to that place where I'm looking at the simple things with a very, very slow and with a restrained this thing, right? As I mean, I just came across this line: intensity, exhaust, and consistency compounds. So I'm like, if it's so easy to just be intense and burn out and then lose interest. And because I've been able to slow down, I think I can just go on and on for a long time without really measuring how much I've learned, what I've learned, or like you said, what pieces, or like, I mean, I barely attempted 2-3 lines in all the pieces, right? DuckTales 2 lines, Interstellar 2 lines. But not looking at it as a, oh, like so bad. I mean, I've not accomplished much, or I didn't learn things properly, or I mean, I've gotten over that mindset, and yeah, to say it, yeah, I've just been able to get that mindset, at least that shift in the mindset is what I would say is my uh, accomplishment for what I've been doing, practicing.
Very nice perspective, Shilpa. So here's what, if I actually look back, here's what has happened. So when you buy a new car, right, it's good to go for a long drive. In that long drive, in a highway, you can actually play with the speed a little bit. but at the same time you will also understand how the car is turning, how well balanced it is, or uh, how good is the steering, how is the curve, everything. There is so much that you will learn in that thing. But it's not that you've experienced the city. The city is where we have to go slowly, little by little. But that long drive actually gives you comfortability with the car. You understand the car. It's not a new thing. It's not an alien thing for you. The city means you'll be more scared of, even what will happen, and that's just a brand new car. What if I scratch it and it's new? Everything, all these questions will happen. But so DuckTales was this hard and intense workout session for you. Actually, it was like a very difficult one. DuckTales was that. And not only for you, for other kids also, they have not been able to complete DuckTales because it's extremely demanding. There was only one kid, actually. William was the only boy who completed DuckTales first page and entered into second page, and then he stopped altogether, because I know the intense. He's also shifting his spaces, so he couldn't continue the classes. But it was way too intense for him, but that intensity gave him the necessary, sort of, your brain is now easy to handle a do re mi. It's a do re mi is very simple. A Jingle Bells is very simple.
Yeah.
It's because you got exposed to that tough workout. A simple work, something lighter. It's not that do re mi was easy. Do re mi wasn't easy. You found it easy because DuckTales was very difficult. So yes, do re mi isn't easy. Look at the first line is okay, great. Second line, last 2 bars onwards, you see the rhythm changes. Third line and all, it's kids will start crying there itself. So you handled it well.
Yeah, no, in my view, I thought difficult is like with sharps and a lot of multiple notes at the same time on both hands. Like you said, in every bar, like crammed with notes. That's what I thought was a difficult piece. And DuckTales was like sparse in that way. It was not like it didn't demand like so many fingers for every note. Right? So that's what I assumed. And that way, even Do Re Mi, then Do Re Mi is like compared to that, it doesn't have any of that, right? Like,
Correct.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got it, what you said.
Samira, your turn. What did you learn? What were the different pieces you learned? What was your experience?
Well, I think just like sitting every day with the keyboard for whatever half an hour stretch and 40 minutes stretch itself was like very good in terms of the discipline. And I mean, of course, there were inconsistent times where I was not able to still. But the fact that I could make it in my mind to come every day and sit with the keyboard and uh, play for it, sometimes even if I am not completely like interested to play that day or like not, but wanting to be consistent with it was actually a very huge win for me, I would say. And also it has brought a proper schedule in my day as well. So before 9:30 I would finish all the rest of my works, and then by 9:30 and then like 10:30 this has brought a lot of discipline in my day for sure. And coming to the pieces that I've started with, I think it was the major scales that I had, that everybody we have started with. And I think what I have felt throughout the practices of each of the pieces is that every time when I look at a piece and start a piece, I feel like I don't think I'll be able to pull this. Like, definitely, like, this is not my area at all. And then you feel about so many things in your life the same way, and then you stop it. But then when you're in class, and then when you start doing this, you do it like step by step, just one grain a day, and that's all. Because you can't do anything more than that, because you're not capable to do anything more than that small grain. Even if you want to take a whole bunch of it, it just drops because you can't hold it. And then you circle back and then come to that one small grain. And then you realize that that's where you can only start. And then when you see yourself collecting the whole grains at the end, when you look back and see that, was it the same person who thought that I can't even hold a single grain? That is so, like, it gave me so much confidence in the other things in my life as well, in terms of taking new challenges and so many things like that. So all of the pieces, I mean, starting with the scales, which was very hard because you had to coordinate the left hand and the right hand as a beginner, and then doing it in the reverse. That was even more challenging than doing it with two hands. So that was with scales. And then reading music, like sight reading, was also very challenging initially, because then it's different melodies, and then you don't know what is with scales. You know how it would sound in your ear, so somehow there is a navigation in your mind of where your hand should feel like. But then with the sight reading, you don't know what you're going to play next, so it's basically just like white field, and then you are painting it like completely without knowing anything. So that was very interesting. And then came Curilis. Just a second. So initially, I think you had given me Alan Walker, and then I was about to start that, and then you asked me if I want to pick Alan Walker or Fury Release. And me being, I am a very big classical music fan, even in terms of Carnatic music or this. I listen to a lot of classical piano, classical violin all the time in my free time. So when you gave me Fury Release, I was like so happy. Of course, without knowing the challenges of it for sure. Because I was just like looking at the sheets of it, and then I was like excited in the starting, which is probably what kept me going in learning it as well. And Furilis for sure was definitely the next level of grains that I was feeling like I don't think I'll be able to finish this, kind of like. That's what. And then when you go into the deeper of the song, there are so many more complex verses where it gets harder and harder when you go. And that was definitely a very big challenge. And I'm very happy that I can say that at least I had finished it somehow, not like the 100%, but at least to like a 60 to 70% accuracy. So I'm very happy about that. Uh, and then this Asita Devi Navila was complete shift, because there is nothing else except your like ear, like listening to it, because the whole exercise was just like listening to it and trying to construct the whole thing. Even when you were giving me the chords, it was just like you would give it to me and then I had to construct it. So it was a lot of challenge in terms of how I would receive the with my ear. Yeah, and I liked it very much. But I think like initially I thought that I was not a sight reading person so much. I mean, maybe I could do it, but would I enjoy it or not was the question. But when I came back to Jingle Bells, I actually realized that I was liking sight reading so much that I was liking seeing it and playing, like learning it. So I'm very happy that this 8 months or 6 months journey that I've gone through had actually made me really like so much confident. I mean, of course, I'm still like a very, very beginner kind of level only, but in terms of how I can view at myself, if I can achieve something or not achieve something in terms of that. Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Samira, that was very interesting. So, what I observed, I tell you. So, you're very committed to your work. You're very committed to the keyboard, and each time I saw you, you were literally investigating into it. You were just not practicing just like that. You were trying to understand this, make it okay. Let me look at it for some time. Okay, let me think about it for some time. Let me run it in my mind for some time, and then play it. So you approached it in that way, not by sheer force, but by thought as well. What is the thought behind this, and how do I approach this? So that was one thing. And okay, now I want to say one thing. I honestly didn't feel that you would actually join our classes.
Why is that?
First, when I thought, okay, mostly when adults come, they basically in the call, good enthusiasm will be there. And even I am like, okay, this person will join for sure, or they will actually continue our classes. But yours was very simple and bland, and you were like, listen, you give me a one-liner or two-liners. I just want to approach this music. I wanted to get a better understanding. What do I teach her now? So, so see, it is not that if we have a strict curriculum and this is the curriculum, you have to do this only. If that we have is it's a different thing. Then, but here it's more dynamic. So I always have to ask this question: what do I have to teach this? So, but then you subscribe for the yearly, and I was like, what? so so that then afterwards Furellis was me actually teasing you. I was literally teasing you. What I was doing was, let me see if she will say yes, because the score for Furellis and the score for Alan Walker is totally different. I just want to show this actually. See this. Okay, so for Furellis, this is ukulele type. No, not this one. Let me actually. Okay. Okay, so here in Furellis, let me show you Alan Walker. Okay, Alan Walker is this. Okay, everything is mostly similar.
Okay.
Look at the left hand. The left hand basic structure is similar. It's similar. Okay, whereas Furellis, Furellis, there you go. Okay, so Furellis is this. So I was like 99% Samira is going to say no. Seeing this double lines itself, she'll say no. But then
It's good that I didn't understand how difficult it was, which is why I was able to say yes.
you bravely told off that I want to do. I was like, what? She wants to do it. So very good. You actually completed you've completed the whole song, no?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you've completed the whole song. It is pretty interesting and impressive. Good work. So very good achievement for both Shilpa and Samira. Good. Bhargav, your turn.
Yeah, I'm the bad kid of the batch. Always on leave. I know that. So yeah, I entered into a different angle of that. It's as I had previous few months, I had learned keyboard and I had left it in between. For many years, I had left out. So I was thinking again from starting from the scratch is going to take a very long time to learn, to write the song or to play it well. But again, as everyone says, you bought it into pieces. You doesn't want us to make whole thing complete, and I'll give you the notes, so practice it. I'll give you 1 week time. It wasn't like that. So yeah, that part was good. When I started with again the Do Re Mi, while Do Re Mi, when I was reading the sight reading itself, it was completely blank. Okay, this is going to be a tough choice of sight reading. So then after that, when the loopholes and when how to make it quickly learn and everything came, okay, it's easy. Okay, let's wait. So I was thinking in that way, and after that I learned Anjali, and that I started enjoying that song actually. That song, as we are not playing the regular keyboard tone and we changed to some other tone and we were playing, it was sounding very good. And in between, you gave me some task of listen and try, but that didn't work out for me. And you understood that very well, and you backed me off. You don't come there, you be there only. So yeah, I took my own time, but still, when I sit in front of the keyboard, I still used to feel that will I be able to play in multiple hands, both the hands, and left and right. I don't know whether I will manage it or not. I had that doubt since the beginning. Not now, when I joined in 2019 or 2020, I joined in Hyderabad. So I had that doubt, but yeah, now it's like if I didn't play in two hands, I feel bad. The song is not good. I need both the chords and the tune both has to go on the way. Else, no, I don't feel comfortable now. I don't know why. So that, and as many things are similar, like the day plan, how it goes. And if you teach me some song, and if you want try to play that, I start keep listening to that. Only Interstellar is the song where we had a deal that not to listen to that song until unless you tell me to listen. So I learned that song like last 15 days before I go to the Assam. You only told me that to listen to this guy, what he's playing, not the original song also. So from there it started. It's really going well, Teja, but didn't expected that I will be playing in multiple and to both the hands so early. I thought so early I will not be playing. I thought like that. Still, my goal is to play whatever the song I listen. I don't know when I'm going to do that. That's all. And had a wonderful teammate, batchmates, whatever, friends, whatever we say. Yeah, there are many times I pull everyone's leg. That's my behavior actually. That's my character. Without that, I'm not me. So hope everyone enjoyed it. Nobody took into mind that like this guy is very bad. If you thought so, that sorry, I can't do anything. I'm like that. I'm not that guy. So let's. I just want to learn things easily. It's not like that. There must be a fun while learning. If it is not fun and if it is too strict, for certain point it will be forcefully sit. We'll be not like we'll sit happily. Come on, the class is there. Come, let's sit. It will not. Oh, now Teja will start something. I have to sit. Else he will scold me. No, that's not there with us. So okay, the time has come. I have to be there. Many things, many times. I will never miss. Teja, whether you believe it or not, many plans when I want to go out for a long time or anything, many plans have cancelled only because morning I have to attend the session. I have to attend this class. So unfortunate, and whichever I can't miss, I have to play. Else, in month I will not be there for 4 to 5 classes. My usual schedule will be like that only. I'll be running here, there. And since 1 year, only the leaves whatever I have taken is very less. Maybe a month I have taken leave overall. So that was nice, Teja. So sit at one place doing. I didn't know that I learned so quickly. I'm really glad that you became a mentor for us, and hoping to continue and learn many things from you. Thank you.
So this piece that you have done is indeed a difficult one, because this is not exactly the Interstellar original score. This is actually a mix of another track called as Experience. So it's literally mixed into this, but the first 16 bars, not 16, 14 bars is purely Interstellar, and from there onwards it's a mix, and this is not an easy one at all. That's what when I was speaking with this guy, actually in our music neuroscience project, I usually give this piece. And one guy, Aniket Tripathi, he said, I am noticing sinusoidal wave patterns here. And it was a brilliant exposition of the way he is. Because the moment he actually said that there is a sinusoidal wave pattern, that is when I understood this guy is completely a visual guy. Something verbally which is told to him does not make meaning or adds emphasis to him. It doesn't work that way for him. So it's important that you drop a written note for him and he will understand it very better. This is actually captivating such deep pattern here actually. And you handling such a mammoth project is very impressive. To be honest, I'm very happy about the way it is turning out. And when you are playing, that's why I told you, for me, it was like meditation. When I posted it on my status also, whether you checked it or not, this feels so meditative for me. So it was very nice. It was so calming. It was so soothing for me that sometimes when you're playing, that I'm even losing the track of the bars that you're playing. I'm just enjoying what you're playing. Literally, it's like it's going deep, and I'm what you play on a keyboard is actually translating as a full-fledged acoustic piano for me. That is the experience I get when you play. So pretty nice work, actually, very nice work that you've done. Yeah, so we will do this. For me, one of my dreams is that that one student of mine has to complete Interstellar completely, and I should sponsor a entire orchestra to and do a proper video for this. Yeah, this one in Golden Hour. This one in Golden Hour. These two are those songs which literally, you know, amplify the experience of the individual. And Interstellar, I want to hire somebody. There's a very nice arrangement specialist. He's also the Trinity representative of India, I believe. His name is Augustine Paul. I know him. So I would actually want him to compile the score for this, you know, and get violins, 25, 50 violins and other instruments, one drum, one everything. All these things. So yes, wear completely, you know, coat, suit, and all that stuff. And really, this song is that, and you're handling it pretty well. You're handling it pretty well. So let's wrap up for this year, and we will resume our classes on January 5th, which is Monday, first Monday of the year. I'll be sending you a reminder on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well. That is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And 5th, we begin our classes again. Okay. It was very nice, very nice experience with all of you, to be honest. And this is one of the fun classes out of the rest of the classes, because in the rest of the classes, it is more structured. Kids are either being kids and we have to control them, or we have to keep teaching them something, keep watching them something. But here it was really nice. You know, it was, we are hanging out like a couple of friends and we are figuring out things as we go along. So it was really nice. So good experience. Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
I would like to add, you won't keep competition between us. Like she's doing it, you are not doing it. The comparison things are not there. So whatever thing you learn, you develop in that. So if when that doesn't enter into between students, so it's easy for them to learn. If you keep like she can do, why you can't do, or why he's doing, why you can't do, if that comes, it's gone.
It's not there.
Yes.
Correct. Correct.
I mean, I did speak about like my experience, but the way that you have handled us, like curating what next songs that we have to play, or like how much time we would need, or like sometimes I would go on 3-4 days without just like playing anything to you, and then you would come and ask like how is it going and how are you doing and all. So I think you know how to like handle each and every person and and like cater to their needs very well, which is why this whole experience has been so positive to us. And even the progress that we've made is also mostly because how you had been taking us each and every step of like helping us understanding, or like not just like academically teaching us what it should be and all, but how to approach it and how to think about it is what has made this progress even much more faster than what it would have been, sir. So much thank you for that.
Yes.
My pleasure. I'm really happy. So about this year has been quite a productive year for Besser Academy, and I'm really happy to see each one of you grow. That is very important, you know. Each one of you is growing in your own way and your own style. So, yeah, thank you. It's my pleasure. Okay, so advanced Christmas, and yes, we'll be wishing each other for New Year as well. And I'll connect with you again during this time.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye, Bhargav.
Bye.
Bye.